Listen up, everyone. As you've probably noticed, the local authorities are still doing nothing.
As if it's ever been otherwise.
That's true. However, we have received a letter from an official named Wang Taixin. He has arrived from the capital to act as the censor and to restore order to the province. His powers are still limited, but his spies have discovered the location of the Wuku base. It is in a coastal cave not far from Wei Cheng's village.
They have been hiding right under our noses this whole time. We must go at once, before their leader eludes us once again.
I know the cave. We'd often climb inside as children. Not many people know that it has two entrances. A large one from the beach, and a tiny one from the opposite side, which leads to a subterranean river. It's pitch dark in that part of the grotto, with little space and sheer drops on either side. The path is nearly impossible to spot from the inside, and the Wuku won't know about it. We can storm in through that entrance and use the element of surprise.
A good idea, but such a plan won't work. Considering how narrow the cave is, we will be like fish in a barrel if they spot us too early. Let's do this instead. I will lead the main group in from the beach and engage them outside, drawing out their main forces. Meanwhile, you and Shuan Pai will slip in from behind and set fire to their ships. This will cause a panic, and we'll then use all our strength to force them back inside the cave.
Excellent plan. Let's go.
Shuanpai, are you alright?
It appears that the pirates found out about this passage and set a trap in the water. The blade has gone straight into my stomach.
Damn. I must call for help. Maybe the others haven't launched the attack yet.
I'll be alright. You can do it.
you are, you bastard! You won't get away from me now!
I was not going anywhere.
Wait, you're a woman?
sorry for burning down your village. I had no choice. A few years ago, a bloodthirsty tyrant appeared in my homeland, who had decided to conquer the whole country. My father stood against him, and fell by the walls of our castle, together with our whole clan. I wanted to launch myself at my foes and die for my family's honor. But I realized that if I died, so would the memory of our clan. I gathered a handful of samurai most loyal to my father and went into exile. I swore that one day I would restore our clan.
A fascinating story, but what does it have to do with the murder of hundreds of people?
Your deaths were supposed to pay Fudo for the resurrection of my clan. Forgive me, father. I have failed.
Before she died, she said that someone called Fudo promised to resurrect her family in exchange for people's lives.
Fudo is a Japanese deity, believed to cast out demons with fire. I have never heard of people making sacrifices to him, especially human ones.
Do you think we're dealing with a cult?
I don't know yet, but something tells me that there is a person behind the name.
Wei Cheng swore not to drink wine, eat meat, commit adultery, or kill. However, the Shaolin warriors were allowed to break the last commandment if they were in mortal danger. Apart from renouncing worldly pleasures, Wei Cheng also had to forswear his common name and take on a new monastic name. Thus, Wei Cheng went from being a simple fisherman to being the monk Dao Kung.
Teacher Zhongfei, why is my new name so similar to Dao Shan's name?
The name of every new Shaolin monk is made up of 3 parts. The first, She, indicates that the monk belongs to our temple. We don't usually pronounce that part. The second part is taken from a strict order of names described 300 years ago in the poem by Abbot Fuyu. It is the same for all the students of one teacher, so my followers are always called Dao. The third part is unique for every monk, and is made up by the teacher. Let's move on to more pressing matters. Now that you are one of us, I would like to teach you another one of our techniques. Not many people know of it, and even less can do it. It is based on being able to completely control your chi. We usually start teaching it after months of preparation and meditation, but we don't have enough time right now. This technique is called the 3 ground seals. Unlike southern elements, it works best when fighting against several opponents. This style drastically differs from everything you have gotten used to. Earth Seals allows us to use Qi for an indirect effect on your foes. The first seal is the Seal of Harmony. It weakens your enemy's defenses. The second seal is the Seal of Levity, which lifts opponents into the air. Finally, The third one, the seal of concentration, draws the enemies towards you.
Won Tai-shin, the official who told us the location of the Wuku base, has sent us another letter. He congratulates us on our victory and thanks us for helping the local residents while the head of the province does nothing.
Gratitude doesn't make a meal.
It would be better if he sent in the army.
Won Tai-shin is just the censor, and censors don't send out armies. He can only arrest those guilty of incompetence or corruption. The official also says that the situation is more complicated than it seems at first glance. He has invited me to his temporary residence in Hongzhou to discuss it in person. Zhang Lu and Dao Kung will accompany me.
The Wuku have attacked the residence. Guan Li, what's the plan?
Our first priority is to protect Won Tai-shin. The residence is very large, and we don't know exactly where he is. We'll have to split up and scour the whole territory. As soon as you find the official, protect him until the others arrive. Wong Tai-shin, the official who told us the location of the Wuku base, has sent us another letter.
Gratitude doesn't...
It would be better if he sent in the army.
Wong Tai-shin is just the censor. The
Do Wuku have attacked?
Thank you for saving me.
The Wuku have already found out about your arrival somehow.
Ah, there is no mystery in that. The provincial governor is colluding with the pirates, and I have evidence to show his complicity in what is happening.
That explains why nobody has gathered the troops and driven back the pirates so far. Why can't you arrest him?
You may not have heard, but our emperor has passed away recently after a long illness. His son, Juitsu, who is still a child, has now ascended the throne. The young emperor's retinue has been trying to agree on who will be regent until he reaches his majority. So far, all these advisors, eunuchs, and nobility have been mired in feuding and arguments.
The common folk are suffering, and all they care about is power.
This is sadly true. Like all censors, I only obey the emperor or his regent, and only he can authorize an arrest. My hands are thus tied in the short term.
Unlike you, we are not bound by bureaucratic restrictions. We won't interfere in your conflict with the governor. But if you have information regarding the Wuku, we are keen to hear it.
That's all I was hoping for. As you know, for many years, our country has been under the hygiene, a sea ban, that forbids merchant ships of other countries from entering the Middle Kingdom ports.
I clearly remember it being abolished right after the Wuku were defeated. It was said that lifting the ban would prevent the pirates from reappearing, and indeed, the Wuku were not seen for all those years.
But the hygiene had one exception, the Ryukyu Kingdom. It alone was allowed to trade with us overseas, enabling them to amass huge wealth. Now, they've lost their exclusive position. I suspect that the Ryukyu merchants have hired the ex-Wuku to resume attacks. They will use their own people at court to push for the hygiene to be reinstated, using the new pirate invasion as an excuse.
The death of the Emperor has also played into their hands. It's bad news all around, as it won't be easy to get to these merchants.
Have you ever heard of a person called Fudo? One of the Wuku leaders mentioned him.
Fudo? No, I haven't. But I will try to find out what I can. In return, I would ask you to pass on any information that seems important to me. Any leads would be helpful right now.
Agreed.
The pigeon has brought alarming news from the monastery at the top of Mount Juhua, one of the sacred mountains in Buddhism. The monks report that they have been attacked by pirates, but managed to drive them off.
I know that monastery. Its monks are excellent warriors and have previously taught me a lot. It makes no sense for the Wuku to attack them, however, as the temple is small and holds no expensive relics.
This is what we will try to find out. I already have another task for you, but Dao Kung, go there and try to find out what possible interest the Wuku have in the temple.
isn't working, which is a bad sign.
If the mine gets flooded, many people will drown.
We can't get through here while the pump is broken. The Wuku are attacking the monastery again. I bet the monks have taken shelter in the main temple.
I hope they can hold on until our arrival.
abbot is badly wounded and cannot come outside, but we all thank you for your help. I hope the pirates will finally leave us alone.
What were they looking for, do you think?
Once upon a time, our temple was the largest in the province, and a legend tells of an ancient relic that was kept in one of the caves. It possessed great power, and only a few chosen monks were allowed to come near it. 200 years ago, a strong earthquake destroyed a large part of the complex. It was then decided to move the relic to another, safer location, and the monastery soon fell into decline.
The pirates could have found out about this relic from an ancient text written before the catastrophe. Do you know where the relic was taken after the earthquake?
No clear records remain, but legends usually mention the Temple of Upper Heaven on one of the peaks of Huangshan.
Thank you. This information will be of great help.
The monks think that the Wuku are seeking an ancient relic that used to be kept in their monastery, but was moved to the Temple of Upper Heaven on Huangshan.
The Taoist temple has one relic. This one has another. They're more like tomb raiders than pirates.
This is all very strange. If you remember, Shang Lung said that the Wuku were also looking for something specific in the monastery on Mount Pt2. Pt2 and Zhuhua are sacred Buddhist mountains, while Longhu, where we found the first relic, is one of the sacred mountains of Taoism. This reminds me of an ancient legend, but I need to check it first.
You certainly will. But first send a letter to Wan Taixin and tell him everything that we have learned. Then we shall get a group together and visit this Temple of Upper Heaven. Its inhabitants may also be in danger.